Today we are going to continue on a React.js journey. You all know React.js is the thing which will get your job anytime you have React.js on resume. It will get your job. So let's get started and let me start sharing my screen. Hope you've seen day one. If you've not seen day one, it is on the channel. Please see day one and let me share. So I'm sharing my screen. So okay, so this is where we left yesterday. We are doing this set state thing, and we were here. And now what? Now there is one thing more left in set state that I want to tell. So let us do that. And for that, this instead of calling this increment count, okay, instead of calling this increment count, I'm going to call another function, which is increment 5, increment 5, increment 5. So what is this increment 5? Increment 5 will increment 5 times directly. Okay, so let us do that. And then I have to do this. Okay, okay. Increment 5. And then this dot increment count. So I'm going to call this actually 5 times. I'm going to call this 5 times increment count 5 times. And one more thing we need to do is this. We need to bind this also, because or else it will give us error. This dot increment 5 equal to this dot increment 5 dot bind this. So this is required every time. We'll see a better way soon how to do it without this. And then what we need to do, let us see whether it is working or not. Okay, so this all are okay. Save it, and increment 5 is there. Okay, so and also let me inspect once. Although it is not required much, the main thing, let us see. If I click on this increment 5, see, incrementing is one time, two. Every time it is incremented one time. Although it was ran 5 times, it ran 5 times, but it is incremented only once. So why it has been done like this? Because it is because of React. What React does, when it sees a lot of set state at a very quick succession like this, when I'm calling this dot increment count, this dot increment count will call this set state, and again. So it is called at a very fast rate. So sometimes when this happens at a fast rate, it try to optimize things, and then it will update only one time. It is optimizing, and then it is updating only one time. So that is the problem, and that whenever you face this issue, then only go for the solution which I'm right now telling, because this issue you will not face always, but you will face sometime in your React.js journey if you're going to work as a React.js developer. So how to fix it? Okay, to fix it, what we need to do, then instead of this, first let me remove all these things. We don't need this thing. Okay, so and I don't need this thing like this. Okay, so instead of using the state, we'll use something known as a previous state. Previous state is also known as previous state. State I'll do, and it will be like this. We'll go a function. Okay, and then we like count is previous state dot count plus 1. So previous state dot count plus 1 will be there. Save it. Now don't have a console log, so I will close it anyways. So it is based on the previous system, not the current state. Previous state plus 1. Now if increment 5 will increment. So this is how you do. This is a special case. Okay, so we're done with this state thing. Now we are going to learn about a thing known as a destructuring. So what is this destructuring? This is something which you're not required to use, but most of the developers like this to use. So if you're working in a project and you say that some developer is using it, then you should know what is this destructuring. And again, this destructuring thing is something which I have taught in ES6. Okay, so if you have not learned the JavaScript part, please go back to previous week and you can see the JavaScript part. So this destructuring. Okay, so destructuring thing we are going to learn from your greetings and this welcome thing. We are going to learn from there. Okay, so first let me comment this counter, and this greeting I will do here like this. So like this the greeting is coming. Okay, like this the greeting is coming. So after this we have to go to this greeting. And there are two ways to do destructuring in a functional component, and there is one way to do it in a class-based component. So what is the first way to do the destructuring in a functional component? Instead of this props, what I'm going to do, I'll destructure here. And what was props? Props was an object, so I'll do the object destructuring like this: name, comma children, name comma children I'm going to do, and then this name and this children, name and this children is done. Save it. So see, nothing is changed. Even if I refresh it, no error is there, means it is working fine. So this is one way to do it. So there is another way to do it also, and that way is like a proper object destructuring. Okay, so I'll do X and I'll have a props here, and then I'll come here and I'll do a const like this, name children equal to props. I'm going to do save it, and so no error is there. So it is all same. Okay, error is there, all same is there. So no error is there. So that is the other way. Now what is there? Now we are going to go into the class-based thing. Okay, class-based thing we are going to go, and for that I will do it. Okay, save it. Okay, it will give me error because there is no welcome. So I will do it like this. Okay, so let us open the welcome now. Now the thing with this class base is that it doesn't have a parameter, so there is no way we can do the first step. Okay, first step is not possible, but the second way is very much possible. Second way is what? This way is very much possible here, and this way is even better here. But the destructuring always needed to be done inside the render. That is one condition. So I will do it here, but there is no thing like this. I will have a this dot props. These are props I will have, and then this name and children. See, and the best thing is that I'm getting rid of two words here. So in a bigger project, it does matter. And you see, everybody loves destructuring. Everybody is going to use the destructuring in your project. Okay, destructuring. Okay, hard word. Okay, name, children, and props. This props is there, and again, no issues there. It will come fine. Okay, so that is there. Now this is known as destructurings, and now we are going to learn about event handling. So this where is my counter? Yeah. So this binding thing which you have seen, actually it's a very old way. We don't use it nowadays, but it is there, and we're going to see the modern ways also to do these things. Let it be open, and there are actually 4 ways to solve it. This is also fine, but we have much better ways to do this thing, and that's why we don't do this thing. But the thing is that you should know these good old ways also. Okay, so that is there, and now we'll have a, like here in the components, we'll have a event bind.js. Event bind.js will have, and rcc event bind export default event bind, and will be there. Okay, then again we're going to have something like this counter only, our const I'm going to have. Then here let us have something like message this hello world, like this. Maybe one more. Why not one more? Red thing I don't like, so I will delete it. And then inside this div, maybe h1 is good, and it will be this dot state dot message. Okay, so then button is like click, and on click equal to this dot handle click, this dot handle click is there. Okay, so okay, so this is there, and now we will have this handle click, and we know this won't work like this. But then also let's again get that same error that we got in the day one set state, and this is like message is hello react.js, hello react.js, like this, and do save it, and then this, okay, this event bind I have to add it somewhere. Let me comment this out and have a event bind like this, save it. So event bind will be there. I'll go to the inspect, and again we are going to see the same error, that this error is there. So why actually we got this error in the first place? Okay, is a problem with this set state and all. So let us see here, we didn't saw it correctly why this error is there. So let us see why the error came. The error came because, see, I have commented this out and do a console.log of this. Console.log of this I'm going to do. Save it, and now I will come here and click on it, and see it is showing as undefined. It means that this is undefined. So the moment it goes here and finds this, it get this as undefined. So but the this should be attached with the your class. It should be attached with this class, event bind class, then only it will work. And if you want to see what is this behavior means, why this is happening and all of these things, so one sec. Okay, so I have one sec. Okay, I have this video. So this video demystifying this in JavaScript and React. Okay, so go through this. I will paste this thing, demystifying this in JavaScript and React. It's a very important video, so you'll find out all those things why this error is coming. So check this out for this keyword. So check this out for this keyword, and we'll understand what is the problem with this keyword and all. So that is there. Let us go ahead. So this keyword was the problem here. So now it have to be binded with this thing, okay, with this class. So there are four ways to solve it, and one way we have already seen here, and that is the way using the bind. So even before this way, there is another way, which is that instead of binding it in the constructor where I'm going to bind it here. So this dot handle click dot bind this dot handle click dot bind this, I'll do, and then I will first comment this out and then save it. Now clear it and click it. See, hello react.js, it is changing, and this is equal to the event bind. Event bind is what? Event bind is this class. So this is equal to this event bind class. So that is there. Okay, so that is there. And then the second way we have already seen the second way. Okay, the second way is like let me comment this out because it is always good to have this ways. Okay, so the second way we have already seen, and that is like the button and click and on click is equal to this dot handle click will be there. But the thing is that I will have a like here this dot handle click equal to this dot handle click dot bind this. Save it, close it, and click it. It is coming. But this both of these ways are the old ways. These are there in React from 2015. They are very old ways. So what is the new way? What is the new way to do it? So new way is through arrow function. So arrow function, when I was teaching ES, I have told the arrow function binds, arrow function have access to the this keyword. You don't have to use this keyword, like all these things you don't have to. Arrow function bind that this keyword with the class. So we'll use the arrow function, and there are two ways to use the arrow function. One way, both of the ways are used. One way is preferred. I will tell when it is preferred. Okay, so the one way is like this. This dot handle click is there. Okay, I don't want this thing now, and this function itself I will make a arrow function. I'll make it equal to, and this is the most preferred way. This is actually the most preferred way. So I'll have it, and I will click it, and it will become hello React.js, and this is the most preferred way. And there is another way, and that way is like should I told that, yeah, okay. So in that way, what will happen, I will have this as this only. But what I'm going to do, wait this. So I'm going to call a arrow function here, means like this. I'm going to call it through a arrow function like this, and this way is also preferred way. But the way which I've told before, that is the one which you are going to use 90% of the time nowadays. Don't use this bind and all these things is there. These are very old ways. Okay, so and this will also work like this. Okay, and but this way is also used 10% of the way. Why? See, suppose I want to pass some props here, means in not in this function only, and any other function. You want to pass something like a name, then I can get this name here, like this name, and maybe I want to print it somewhere. So this is one of the use cases there. Okay, so that is there, and this is how it works. So this is done. Now what? Now we are going to look into a very important thing, which is known as a method as props. So what are method as props? So see, on a day one, when we are passing these props and all, I've told one thing. Okay, so the thing is that passing data in React is a one way thing. The data flow from top to down. So passing data from the parent, like through these props, is a very easy thing. Passing data from the parent to the children is an easy thing. But passing data in the opposite way, from the children to the parent, is it a easy thing? No, it is not an easy thing. Passing data from a children to the parent, but it is not that much tough also. And there is a thing which we use there, that is known as callback functions. JavaScript feature of callback function we use, and we'll see how we use that thing. So let us see how to we pass data in the opposite direction, which is not a natural thing for React, but we do a sort of small trick kind of a thing to do that thing. Okay, so let us do that. I'll go back here, and this app and all, I'll go, and then I will have a parent component.js, and then it will be rcc parent component.js, and then export default parent component. I'm going to have, then yes, I'm going to have, then extends component is there. Okay, so I will have a const is there, and it will be parent name is Robin Hood Senior, I guess. Thanks. Then here I will have this. I'll have a function known as greet parent equal to this, and let us have an alert here. Okay, alert. Alert is the stated parent name is there. Okay, so alert is like it will show a pop-up, but it is not that much easy. I'm not going to call it from here. Okay, so there will be something known as a child component, and we are going to create it first. Okay, child component.js, and it will be, so it is a normal thing. So I will have a RAFCE functional component is okay for here, and here I will have a button will have a greet parent. Okay, so it will have like this. Save it, and now this child component will be called here child component, this, and the child component will be called here. So let us also have this parent component been called now from the app.js. So I will come here and I will first get rid of this thing, and then I will have the parent component like this, and save it, and I'll have this great parent thing. Okay, so the thing is that now in the child component I want to call this child component, this grid parent from the child component, and doing that we will establish a connection in the opposite way. Connection in the opposite way means from the child to the parent. We first establish the connection. See, this is very important to understand. First I am only establishing the connection, then I will pass the data. Let us first establish the connection. For that, what I have to do, I will to come here and do a greet handler greet handler equal to greet handler equal to this dot greet parent. So a greet handler props is there, which will call this dot greet parent, this one it will call. Okay, so I'm passing this props here. So now I will get this props in the child component in the props. So I will get it here, props I will get, and then I will have this like props I'll have, and then inside this I will have a on click equal to props dot greet handler. Props dot greet handler I don't have. Props dot greet handler. Okay, props dot greet handler I'm calling. I'll save it. See, now let me close this thing. We don't need this thing. Okay, so this console. Now we'll click on the greet parent and it will see hello Robinhood Senior. So this greet parent, this thing, see, it is now what is happening. Opposite direction is been connection is been made from this component, child component. I'm calling this props the greet handler. I'm calling this props the greet handler. So what will happen on the on click of it? I'm calling it. Okay, and then what will happen when it comes here? See, it is coming in the opposite direction. Then inside this I'm calling a function itself. That's why this method is known as method as props. Method functions are known as method also. Method as props. I'm passing the method as a props. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Okay, so that is there. But I have only established the connection. I'm not passing the data like this. I was passing the data from a parent to children like this. I was passing with like this name and all this. I'm not passing the data. So how to pass the data? So for that, what I'm going to do here I'm going to use that second way which you have just recently saw, like this way. So because this way only you can pass the data. Okay, so this I'll do, and I'll do so the same junior I'll do, yeah, like this, and this lead parent is there. Now what will happen, I'll come back to the parent component, and here I will have this child name like this, and hello from dollar child name. I'm going to have dollar child name, and this child name is coming. So this can be any name. It doesn't matter. This is child name. So this child name will be whatever I'm passing from here. So this is how I'm passing the props in the backward direction. So I'll come here and see. Hello, Robin Junior from Soji Singh Junior. So I'm passing this Soji Singh Junior from here. So this is how the data is been passed. Okay, this is how the data is been passed. So now the next thing which we are going to learn is the conditional rendering. So what is this conditional rendering? So we can use if else statement also in the render, and depending upon something we can render something. So how to do that thing? Conditional rendering. This is known as conditional rendering. How we are going to do that? That we are going to learn. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to have a new user greeting.js. Good evening. User greeting.js I will have, and cc I'm going to have, and then sport default user greeting will be there. Now we'll have this user greetings also here, like this. Save it. So user greeting is there. So now the main thing is here is like I will have a h1 welcome a bindu. I'll have a h1 welcome guest. I'll have, and then I will have a our constructor. It will be is logged in, which may be true or false, it doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm having, so we are mimicking something from the means of website, something like this. You might have gone to some website in which there is a login feature. So if you're logged in, it will say welcome your name. Okay, so your name it will be shown, and if you're not logged in, it will say welcome guest, something like that we're doing. In the real world scenario, what will happen, this will some when you log into some website, so what happens there, uh, you get some data back. So either through JWT token or some other things like that, you get some data back. And when you get this data back, so what happens there, you are getting that data back. So you get some token, and then depending on that, you will set a is logged in thing, which will be true or false. But here we're just hard coding it as showing it. So is logged in is true I'm doing. So now after this, what we are going to do, how to do something like, see that suppose now right now the is logged in is true, so I should only see welcome Navin, not welcome guest. So how I should do that? If it is false, I should see welcome guest and not welcome Navin. So there are again there are 4 ways, basically 3 ways. One more extra way, extra bonus is also there. So we're going to see those 4 ways. Okay, so first thing is that we can use the if else statement also inside the React. Although people don't use it much, I will tell what people use mostly. Okay, so but it is completely, because I've seen where in if else statement also in bigger project, it is not like people don't use it, but yeah, I've seen less. Okay, so what we're going to have like this, if this dot state dot is logged in. Okay, I'm going to have only one statement. If you are going to have only one statement, you don't need the curly bracket. That is not a React thing. That is a JavaScript thing. That is a programming thing, not even a JavaScript thing. That is a programming thing. So I will have this like if it is this dot state is logged in, then I'll show welcome Nabindu, or else I will show return welcome guest, like this. Welcome guest I'm going to show. So these 2 things I'm going to show like this. I'll save it, and welcome Nabindu is being shown. The moment I do it false, welcome guest is being shown. So this is how it will be work. So actually one more thing is that having too many return statement is not considered good in React. It is not at all considered good in React. So what we are going to do here, so to solve this thing, so this is the method number 2. So to do this thing, I'll have a let message and variable message will be there. And what I'm going to do, this message is there, this message will be equal to this, and this message will be equal to this welcome guest. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and do a return of message. Message will be there. Save it. So now false welcome guest has been shown, and then true welcome Nabindu is been shown. Okay, so this is like this is there. So this is the another way, method number 2. But the method number 3 is the one which you use the most. There is a method number 4 also, but we don't use it in all the situations I'm going to show. This is the method number 2. Let's see the method number 3. And method number 3 is with the thing which is a favorite in React, which is known as a ternary operator. We use ternary operator more than the if else statement in React. Okay, so what is the ternary operator way? Here I'll come as a return, and then I have this dot state dot is logged in. I'm going to have this is ternary operator. Welcome Nabindu or welcome guest is only a single line. And there is one thing more which I want to tell. If you have multiple statement, you need to have because in bigger project you're going to see, you need to wrap it in a this like normal brackets. Okay, this is like this. Let's save it and see the welcome Nabindu is coming because it is true. Then I'll make it a false and welcome guest will come. So this is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. This is matter number 4. Actually, it is not matter number 4. There are only matter number 3. All the things which you have seen till now, it is if else statement. There is one thing which is just the if statement. If it is true, then only it will be shown, or else it will not be shown. But this method is very important to say because it has been used at a lot of time, and that is the use of the and operator. And operator, instead of this, I'll use this. Okay, let me have this also, so that someone can refer it back. Okay, now return this dot state dot is logged in, and I will have this and this welcome thing. Okay, so see, it is false. Nothing is been shown. It is false, so nothing is been shown, and it is true. Then only it will be shown. Okay, so that is how it works. But I want to tell a very important thing here. Why it is working like this actually? Why this and operator is working like this, and why it is known as short circuit operator also in React? So that is because see, when this dot state dot is logged in is done, this dot state dot is logged in is checked, and no, I was telling them how why the and operator. So and operator has got a one property. Okay, it equivalent the left operand with the right operand. So if the left operand is true, then only it goes to the right operand, or else it doesn't go. And we take benefit of this thing. So if the left operand is false, so it is true in this case. So it is true, then it will go to right hand side and it will print it. If it is false, it will not even check the right hand side, because and an operator, what happens, even if one of them is not true, it will not show anything. So it will not go to the right hand. Means it will not go inside. The main thing is that. So that is how it works, short circuit operator. So that is there. And now what we are going to see, now we are going to see the list rendering. Okay, list rendering is a very important thing. Maps are very important in React. Okay, I always say that maps are very important in React, and for each is like for each is the thing which is very important in JavaScript kind of projects, and but maps are very important. And as always, contents will be given at the end. Redundancy will be given at the end, and so this list rendering is there. So now we will have a function as list post dot js. List post dot js. I'm going to have, let us make it a function only, rfce list post. Okay, now I will save it. Now I will have it in the app. list post I'm going to have, and so it will be shown like this. Okay, so we are going to learn how to render list through maps in React, and maps are very important. Okay, so I'll have a const names equal to an okay, okay, array of object. It is giving me like this array of uh, array of strings. We are having it. Okay, so now what I want to show this thing. Okay, so let us show this thing, and in this return I will have one statement is there. So I'll have this names dot map. So I have told about this map in the JavaScript. Okay, map, and then I will have a name like this, and one name. See, when I was telling map, I have told that map, if you enter something, means if you enter a array of size 3, you will get an array of size 3 back. And this is something which we take in benefit in React, means if you're entering something for 3 times, we are actually returning this thing as 3 times, means it will have this h1 name. First iteration, the name will be Robin Hood with the h1. Second name, it will be this. Third, it will be this. Okay, so I will save it now and see Robin Hood and Robin Hood and all are coming fine. So if I inspect it, maybe okay, console it. Yeah, it is. We are still getting that error. Because React version 18 have came recently, and I was going through what are the updates. There are not many updates in React version 18. Only the behind the scene things are updated a lot. So I was going through that. Not many things. If there is something cool, I would have definitely tell. Okay, not many thing cool is there. Okay, so we are getting the old letter. Still the old letter is stay. So each child in the list should have a unique key. So this is something which React always want. React want whenever you use this map and all these things, you should provide something unique. You should provide something unique to it. Okay, and there have to be something known as a key. So key should be there equal to what am I going to have here. So here I'm going to have a unique thing. So here it's in a small thing, there is nothing unique. We're soon going to see example when we are getting the data from the server or the backend. We get some unique things. Okay, so here I'll have a name. Name is only unique, but in bigger project, if it's like a name can never be unique. Okay, but in bigger project we don't have like this. Okay, so I'll save it, and then I will clear it, and I'll refresh it. See, no error is there. But now this is not a real world rendering. Real world rendering, as I've told, it generally comes from a backend. So why not see something from a real API endpoint? So let us see a real API endpoint, which is like this JSON placeholder post, which I always like to use this JSON placeholder, and it gives something like this. It is giving something like this array of objects, which is the most real thing in the world. Array of object is how the internet works as a whole. Even Amazon site or any site you go. Okay, so let me take some data like the data from the Amazon data. Today I got a very good, not from the JSON. I always take this JSON placeholder example, but now let us take this fake API store. I have this project also on my on my YouTube, actually, fake API store somewhere. Okay, so I will get these products. See, this is how the data comes in Amazon also. Amazon on the front page, the data will come. It will come as the array of objects. Arrays are the best things to iterate, and objects are the best thing to store some data. See, it has got this image and all these things also are there. Okay, so that is there. So let us take this one only. And one more thing is that this is a JSON object, not a normal object. This is how it works. So let me take actually 3 things. I'm going to remove some of these things. Okay, so C and do, and then, and we don't know how to do API calls and all. That's why I'm not showing how to do the API call. That requires something more to be taught, and that has been taught. Okay, that we are going to learn in React only. Okay, so let me do this like this. Const products equal to maybe like this, and I'm going to remove some things from here. Okay, so like this. First thing is that I'm going to remove this description. It is way too much. This is complicated. Ratings is complicated. Don't want to have this much complications right now. Description, rating. So okay, description I don't need. ID, title, price. Okay, I don't want category also. ID, title, price. See, when something comes from a database, it always have a unique ID. So that is also one thing which I want to tell. I did 1, 2, 3, and all these things. So it has got some unique IDs, and it also gets an image. Always it gets an image. Alright, so that is there. Now I'll save it. Now I want to iterate over it. How I iterate over it? So I'll come here, and again I'll have a return. Okay, one more thing. I was thinking to add some posts here, but I have added products here. So the name is not perfect. The name should be list products. List products. Yes. List products. Okay, it was telling that it updated, but it didn't update it. So I have to update it manually. List products and export list products, save it, and here it will be list products is okay, save it, and even nothing will come. So we have to do this return, and return products dot map product. So we can take any name. I'm taking product. It is a good name, product. And but we are not going to do anything here. So where we're going to do these things, we are going to create another component. So this is how we work in a real project. So we are going to create a product new component known as product dot js, and RFCE, save it, and product. So I will pass this. I'll call this product thing, and it is called like there. Then I will have this thing product and key key equal to product dot id, because we have an id here. So product dot id. So each time, so the main thing is that each time it will iterate, it will get one object, and this object I'm going to pass it to the product dot id I'm doing. And the other prop name will be, you can take anything, but I'm taking a product equal to product equal to product I'm passing, and each of the product will be each one of the object. So let me save it. Now we will come to this product page, and here I will have this props, and in this props, okay, directly let us directly destructure the product. We'll destructure it. Then I will have it like this. Then let's show this thing. Okay, let's show some of the things here. So have the h1 I will show title. Maybe the title is, actually I'm finding the title very big, huge. Okay, it's okay. h1 I will have the product dot title, and then the other thing is like yeah, maybe the p product dot price, and then I will have a image. I will have, okay, image I will have like product dot image, and alt also we need to take. So this I will have. Let me save it, and see. Oh, it is coming, but the images are very big. Images are very big. Okay, so even if I make it like a pig, but the thing is that it is coming perfect. It is coming. Okay, the images are very big. So how to fix it? Okay, so how to fix it? Okay, so okay, fixing it will do it in now. Do now. So now we're going to see how to add styles in the project. Okay, so that is done, and we're going to fix this image at that time only. So there are some properties are there. Okay, so let us fix it in that way. So the next thing which we are going to learn is how to style styles in React. Okay, so to style in React, the most common way is like this. In this app.js, you're going to see this app.css is there. So we can do it like this. App.css we do, and we use it like a normal css. So let us do the normal css first, and we need to fix this image. Okay, so let us fix this image is huge, so let us use something like this. So in this product is there, and I will come here and create a product.css. Okay, then I will have a normal css and all. So normal css in the sense means that this product is there. I will have let us have this class name here. So class, and class name which I've told earlier that it should be class name, not class. Okay, so img product, img product, and we will import this also. So we'll import it like import dot product dot css. I'm going to do save it, and then the normal css is there, and there is something known as object fit cover. If I'm correct, it is not a css class but object fit cover. I'll do, and it will not do anything. And width with 100%. Okay, with an see, it is trying to fit it. I don't want that much big also. Okay, that is way too big. So I will have like maybe like a 600 pixel is also huge. Okay, maybe 400 pixel. Yeah, so it is okay. 400 pixel, so it is looking good. 400 pixel, it is done, and object fit cover is doing its trick. So that is done. So this is one way we are learning. We are not learning object fit and all. We are learning that how to give the css. This is one way to give the css. Okay, so the other way is the inline css. We know how to give inline css in html and all. Okay, so html and all we know. We know. Okay, let me do one more thing. Okay, I'm not giving the attendance, in fact. So let me give the attendance sheet for our day 2. I've not yet created also. One sec. Make a copy, because I have to create that attendance also too. A copy. And one sec, shorten URL, copy. Mark your attendance here. So mark your attendance here, and that is done. So the other way is to do it through inline css. Inline css is a bit different than what we do in html. So let us do what the inline css and all is. So inline css, where we are going to do the inline css. Okay, we'll do the inline css here. So this h1, like first we'll have a css like a object. Okay, so it will have a const header style, header style equal to an object, will have, then it will have the property like this. Okay, background color, no, it is not good. Color will be like dark blue. And see, one thing I want to tell here, and text transform is uppercase. Okay, so one thing to notice here is that this is an object. First thing, that this is an object, so it has got property like an object. So it is not, the thing to see here is that normal css have, it is seems like an object, but it is not an object. It is like the semicolons and all these things are there, and it have this dash and all these things. Okay, but here what is there, it is have this, if you have something like this, it is have two words. I'll use a camel casing thing. Okay, so that I have done, but how to use it? We used with the style tag, just like with inline HTML, inline CSS. In the HTML we use the style tag. So use the style equal to, and in this thing we're going to use this header style. Okay, and now let's save it and see, it has become the dark blue and text transform uppercase. Something is wrong. I don't know what is wrong. Okay, so let us do something else. Background color is like yellow, and background color is yellow is brilliant. Okay, so that is there. And now there is actually another way to do this same thing. There is another way, and that way is like, instead of doing this whole thing, writing it outside an object, I can actually do one thing. I will copy this thing like this, and I'll come here and style equal to, one time I'll do this, it is required, and then I'll paste it. Instead of writing a external variable, I can do it, and most of the time it will, we use it like this only. Okay, style p is like dark maybe magenta, and it will be LIGST, light green, and it will be done. It will done like this. But the thing is that we generally try to give it in one line. We don't have it in like two lines like this. We are going to give it. Okay, like this we try to give it. So we cannot have much things here, or else it will look bad. So generally, but developers love this thing. So the thing why developers love this overrides everything. So this has got high precedence, and in big projects CSS is always an issue, and CSS is always an issue. Then how to solve that issue? Okay, so one more thing I'll do here to make it a bit good is like this. I'll have a padding of maybe 10 pixels. So that is okay. So in big projects, CSS is an issue. Why it's an issue? So because CSS is global. See, if you add something here like H1 or something, it will be global to all the files. This is a problem in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This is a problem in React projects also. So what happened in bigger companies and also, they use something either like, or you can also use very common CSS and JS library, which is known as styled components. So we are going to learn about the styled components now. Okay, so styled components are something which is like, I'll go here and I'll type styled components, and I'll go to the documentation, and then I will installation, maybe basics. So this is the CSS and JS library. The main benefit of it is that the CSS is always it is always scoped inside a component in which it is called. It is always scoped there. It will not go outside. It will not create a global CSS problem. Okay, so installation is that we have to. It is an npm package, so we have to do it like this. Nj npmi styled component. You have to do, and it will be installed. And it has got many other benefits, but I don't have time, and I'm not going to tell that. So first thing is that how to use it actually, how to use it. So suppose I need to have this I need to have some wrapper kind of a thing. Okay, so maybe so like this they have given us the section. Okay, section is like a div. I have this section. Now I'll write something for this section. Okay, so like this I will copy from here, const. Okay, and one more thing we have to do, we have to, okay, we can mix and match things also. We have to import this, they have not told, import styled from styled component. You have to import this thing, that only this styled is coming from there. Section and padding and some background is there. Now what will happen, this wrapper is there. I can, instead of this section, I can use this wrapper. I'll save it, and if I go back, see this section is been done. Okay, it is looking, not looking good. I will do one thing here. Okay, one more thing I will do, margin bottom is 1 em. Okay, because it is not even seeing that it's a different thing. So margin bottom is 1 em has been done. Okay, three things, margin bottom is 1 em. So this is doing, this is how it works. Okay, so that is there. And one more benefit is that it is like normal css I have to write like this. I don't have to write this object kind of css. So that is one thing, is the object kind of css is not required here. Okay, so what is the other benefit of style component? So other benefit of style component, they have given the other benefit of style component. A lot of time in CSS, what happens, we need to use some common CSS like this these two buttons, the example they have given, which is very nice. These two buttons are there, they have got almost everything equal, but the thing is that they are inverted like this. Here the background is like pale violet red in this one, and this one the background is white, and vice versa. So how do you do that thing? So again, for that, maybe inside each of the wrapper I'll have a button. I'll have actually a button. One of them will be normal and other one will be like button, and this will be like primary. Now I will copy this thing like this. Now this button I'll do, this button I'll do, save it. I go back here. Okay, it is showing like this. It is showing like this because why it is showing like this, because image tag is an inline element. Okay, so what we should do here, maybe for quick we have a br. Okay, so br is the best thing right now. So see, if normal I'll do, so I'll normal is okay, but in one of them I'll pass this primary. I'll pass this primary. See what is happening. The primary one, the color is been changed. So why it is happening like this? So as I told, all of these things are same, but in this one, normal one, no props, and they are also known as props. Okay, that is a weird thing. They are also known as props, but this is not a React props. Okay, this is a different kind of props which is coming with the library. So I'm checking here props. If the props is there, props is props.primary. Checking with the turning operator, then the background color will be pale violet red. In the first case, the props is not primary, no props is in passed, so the background is white. And color also is something like this. If the props is there, then the color is white, or it is pale violet red, which is in the case of the first. And the second, I'm passing this props primary, so it will, the first case will work and it will work like this. So this is one of the very big benefit of style component, and that's why people loved it a lot, and it is used at a lot of places. And the other benefit which I've already told, it makes this CSS only in this thing only in this file only. It will, the scope is limited to this file only. It will not go outside this file. So that will be a benefit in bigger projects. It's a very big benefit. And with this yeah, so we have covered a lot today, and but still class-based component is remaining, and we are going to do it tomorrow. And tomorrow we are going to complete the class-based component, and then after that we are going to start with the hook-based thing. So the React is not that much small also. It will take around, it takes around 5 days. After that you have to do a lot of projects. And where can you find a lot of projects? A lot of projects are there on my channel. Okay, so with that we'll end to this stream. Thank you all for staying, and see you all tomorrow on day 3.